All right. Today we're going to talk about Nicola Cruz. He's a DJ producer from France, and he was born in France to Ecuadorian parents. He's from Limoges, France, and he grew up uh, dividing up his time between Limoges, France, and uh, Quito, Ecuador, in Mexico. And the interesting thing about Nicola Cruz is that he incorporates traditional Ecuadorian uh, folk music into his electronic music. And to the point that he named it the Andean Step, because of course Ecuador has the Andes, and it has part of the Amazon as well. So it's a beautiful place, and with beautiful folk music. And for instance, the first song on the album, which we're going to review, is you'll hear an Andean pan pipe, and then some guitar playing, and acoustic guitar playing. This album reminds me a lot about like what Deep Forest did back in the 90s. They would go to different locations throughout the world, and kind of like world music, they would incorporate dance music to the folk music of the place that they were in. For instance, there's like Eastern European music, folk music, and then there's also like some African folk music on their debut album, Deep Forest. And I think they went to Madagascar or some other on their third album. But anyways, sorry, that's my cat. Here, come over here. Say hi. Hello. Okay, so that's my cat. So Nicola Cruz, we're going to be reviewing that album, his debut album from 2015, and I've heard it a couple of times now. I do like it. It's different and unique. You're not going to find an album like this very easily. I know that there's some South American electronic DJs, producers that are out, especially on Bandcamp, but this album is really unique in that he tries to incorporate the folk music into the electronic beats. So let's get into it. All right, so the first track on the album, his debut album, is Sanacion. I believe I'm saying it right. Sanacion. So you can hear like field recordings of birds, of water dripping, maybe in a cave or something like that. And then you hear this acoustic guitar playing, and then a Andean pan flute starts playing, and then a few seconds after that, you hear this really beautiful melody of the guitar acoustic guitar playing. The rhythm of the beats are beautiful. It's very earthy sounding, you know, like very even though there's the beats there, it's very like you don't hear synthesizers. You hear the beat, you hear the beautiful guitar, you hear the pan flute, and then the thing is with Sanacion, the first song, all of a sudden in the middle of the song changes, and if you're thinking like this is like a really the first song on the album is gonna tell you what basically the rest of the album will sound like, you're mistaken, highly mistaken, because there's in the middle of the first song, the song changes and it goes into this almost club beat with this really nice bass beat, and you just gotta hear it. It sounds really good on stereo. I was listening to it in the car and I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So if you're thinking that this album is like a down-tempo album, in some ways it is, but don't think that for even a minute, because Nicola Cruz knows what he's doing. He's a disc jockey, DJ from France, so he knows the nightclub scene, and he knows what beats work. And this drumming at the beginning of the song is really good, but then it changes like halfway through the song into this like club beat, which is very hypnotic, almost trance-like. Yet it's very earthy, world music, you know. It's really good. So that caught me by surprise, the first song. I was thinking it was going to be just guitar and pan flute and the beautiful beats playing at the beginning, but then it changes into something all too different and for the better, you know. If you like more upbeat music, well, just listen to the first song on this album. All right, so the second song, Puente Roto, is another earthy sounding song. It's got this like rolling beat that starts off the song, and then very sprite, very uplifting, high-pitched guitar playing and acoustic guitar playing, and then the flute comes in and is very optimistic, very uplifting. Yeah, it's almost like an extension of the first song, but with that said, it is a separate song, but it's more of a kind of a more upbeat song. This is probably the first, apart from the second half of the first song, this is where throughout the entire song you kind of hear like a synthesizer beat, which accompanies the guitar and the pan flute. Okay, and then we're on to the third song, which is called La Mirada. And this song is, from reading other reviews, people say that this song is probably the most club-oriented song, and which I can see where they're coming from saying that, but I kind of disagree, because there's other songs on the album that are actually really, really upbeat, and they could pass very well at a down tempo room in a nightclub. But yeah, so La Mirada is very, the beat, the playing of the drums, and the kind of like sticks, all these different types of percussion within the song from the very beginning. It's very intricate, very unique, and just like the first song, where about halfway through the music kind of changes, the same happens in La Mirada. Kind of in the middle of the song, kind of slows down, kind of like there's an ambient phase to the song, and then when it picks up again, there's actually background singers. Sounds like maybe female background singers, but they accompany the beat, and I believe there's kind of like a soft strumming of a guitar within the song. Yeah, so I mean, from other reviewers of this album, they put this La Mirada, they put it really high up in thinking that it would do very well in a nightclub scene, which maybe I could agree, but I disagree. There's other songs on that album that are just as good and upbeat, that can pass in a nightclub scene. So let's go on to the next song. All right, so the next song is called Cambia del Ovido, and it's got a really good guitar riff at the beginning of the song, and it just goes throughout the entire song. The thing that carries this song is that guitar riff. The few notes played with that guitar riff ultimately make the song. The percussions on this song are less prevalent. Like I said, it's all about the guitar riff that you hear at the beginning, and it just goes on to the end. It's actually really catchy, and I feel like there's an acoustic guitar playing, and maybe there's like electric guitar playing, but not like Van Halen or something, or Def Leppard, but it's a lightly played electric guitar playing, which I'm pretty sure is happening, because I hear like an acoustic guitar playing, and then the riff kind of has like a electronic tone to it. At least that's what I think. Let's go on to the next song. All right, so the next song is the name of the album, Prender El Alma, which is, like I said, the name of the album. It has a very synthesizer beat to it at the very beginning, and there's the percussion rhythm is very interesting on this song. So the next song on the album is Colibria, and I think it was the first single off the album, but there within this song, there's it's a good cohesive blend of guitar and beats that keeps repeating itself. And then also there's a female singer on this, and throughout the song she kind of does like a talking blues, um, where she doesn't sing, she kind of like tells a story essentially. And but then she does sing a little um, throughout the song, but mostly you know, the interesting part of the song is the talking blues style of singing. In other words, she ain't singing, she's kind of like it's a ballad, you know, telling a story. But yeah, so that's Colibria. And let's go to the next. So the next song is La Coseca. I believe that's right, La Coseca. It's got a nice, once again, it's nice rhythm with the percussion. And there's a group of singers on this song where they're kind of like halfway singing, halfway telling a story. And you can hear some cymbals, some nice piano playing in the middle of the song, which it's not like a synthesizer piano playing. It's kind of more of like a like a Steinway or you know, a Yamaha piano. So yeah, this song is kind of a group, like a man and a woman singing together, and it's pretty interesting to me. Yeah. All right, so the next song is called Equinocchio, which features a female singer by it's Huairo. She's got a really beautiful voice. Once again, beautiful percussion playing, nice guitar playing. I mean, this album is pretty much people might think of it more of like a world music, but it definitely has dance beats, and you can put this on the put it on you know, at a nightclub, and spin the record, and people will dance because it has very infectious beats and beautiful guitar playing with very, you know, local instruments to Ecuador. So it's something very unique. You're not going to find something like this, you know, on the European market. You're just it's kind of a one of a kind album, a debut by Nicola Cruz. And so let's go to the next song, so which is Eclipse. And so on this song, it's got a really quick guitar playing riff, and the singer is very interesting. It's kind of like a almost like a younger singer, or maybe I'm mistaken, but she's got a very beautiful sounding voice when she sings. She sings pretty fast, and kind of it makes you, you know, get to the rhythm and dance. And her keeping up with the fast guitar playing with her fast singing is actually pretty impressive, and very nice song. Personally, I like it a lot. All right, so we come to the last song on the album, which is Coca Runa, and it features a beautiful singer by the name of Tanya Sanchez, and she's got a very like soprano voice, very high pitched voice, and it's got this like those marambas going throughout the song, and I mean, her singing is just very angelic. I really like it a lot. And there's some very nice, like string playing, some kind of string instrument, which sounds very nice. So it's a really strong ending to Nicola Cruz's debut album from 2015. I'd recommend it. You should definitely hear it once, at least. I'm pretty sure you'll find a song on there, on the album, that you'll actually like. As far as the rating goes on the album, I would give it a I give it like a 8.5 out of 10. Mainly it's more of a exploratory album, and you can play some of the songs in like a nightclub, and it's more of a down tempo world music kind of album. It is so unique that it's called Andean Step music. At least that's what Nicola Cruz dubbed his music, and he's put the bar very high. If there's gonna be another artist coming around from Ecuador that has this style of music, they've got a long way to climb to meet the standard that Nicola Cruz has created for others to follow. And there's some very unique songs on this album. I'd say that probably the first song is my favorite because of that change in the middle, and it's just amazing to hear. And then the featured the songs with the featured singers is really good as well. I like that too. You can find Nicola Cruz on Bandcamp or Apple Music. So definitely check him out. He's worth the listen. He was born in France to Ecuadorian parents, like I said, and his kind of melting pot of musical immersion of Ecuadorian and maybe some Mexican music, and then of course French, kind of like discotheque, DJ, dance oriented music. It's just a mixture of that. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of forest, deep forest, and it's a really good album. I definitely check it out. If you like my review, please give me a thumbs up, and then also subscribe to my channel, so I know that people enjoy these reviews. And if there is an album you'd like me to review, first of all, it should be like an electronica album, like a synthesizer, like genre, because that's what this channel is for, like reviewing electronic, techno, house, trance, world music, with crossover to dance music, kind of like this album. It's very interesting to hear this album because not until recently have there been many South American producers that are making music. Of course, there was like Amon Tobin and others. There's some in Argentina, all throughout South America, and Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Chile, among the other states or countries within South America. So mainly this music, dance-orientated music, is heavily concentrated on like United States and Europe, and of course Great Britain's and Europe. So Europe and America, and then, but it's interesting to hear these other viewpoints and digressions into folk music with dance music. That's why I think that Deep Forest back in the 90s did so well, because it was so different and so danceable still, and likewise for Nicola Cruz, that's where I, if you like Deep Forest, I think you will enjoy Nicola Cruz. And Deep Forest is also from France. So anyways, I'll see you on the next review, and let me know if there's an album you want me to review. I might be reviewing maybe Luke Vibert, or maybe a Sven Waff, another Sven Waff album, or maybe Oliver Leib. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. See you later. Bye bye.